Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Aaron and this is Czar Finance, episode 5, reducing your fixed expenses. Alright, I gotta talk quick because my cell phone battery is about to die. So number 1, here's the 5 tips for the day. Reducing your fixed expenses, mortgage or rent. If you're paying a fourth of your income, it must go towards your mortgage or rent. A fourth of your income, as an example, is $4,000 a month, $1,000 a week. So one of those 4 of those weeks has to go towards your rent or your mortgage. So what does that mean? $1,000 should be going towards those. If it's above that, you can't afford it. You need to downgrade. Secondly, if you have a mortgage, you can refinance your mortgage to lower your income if that's the better way for you. So those are things that you need to think about, is to refinance if possible. If you have too high of a mortgage, downgrade your living quarters. If you're living too high in an expensive place, you need to move out. You can't afford it. You need to downgrade. There's no shame in downgrading. Live there temporarily, and then once you can afford it, then you can upgrade later on. But again, a fourth of your take-home pay. Number 2, car payments. Okay, never buy new, always buy used. I'm sure you've heard that before. Don't compete with the Joneses. Always buy used, folks. I'm telling you, it's the best way to go. Then, if you have a car payment right now, you need to start considering selling your car and downgrading to something that you can pay for in cash. I mean, a totally paid off car that requires no payments to anybody whatsoever. So if you're driving a nice Escalade or whatever it may be, you need to downgrade that thing. When drive a little hoopty or a little beater or whatever, that's $2,000 or $3,000 paid for in cash. Okay, so there's no payments. There's no shame in having a downgraded car. Who are you trying to impress? Later on, you can impress people when you have the money to buy and pay for a nice new vehicle in cash. So again, downgrade your vehicles. Number 3, cable, satellite, or internet. The best thing I can tell you right now is to get rid of all 3. I know we live in a society that we need to watch TV. You can use the HD off-air radios that you can find at your local store. Buy one of those, and you can get off-air TV for free. That's HD, about 16 channels or so, give or take. And you don't need to have the satellite. That's very expensive. I'll tell you right now, and then you're going to be locked into a contract. Secondly, internet. I know we all need internet. I need internet. I need to have those type of things. Another way to go around that might be is to keep your cell phone plan with an unlimited data plan and stream the internet shows through your phone through a Chromecast to your TV. That's one way that could be done to help reduce the bills and keep yourself out of those TV things. Secondly, go to your library. They got books and DVDs and series of all sorts of stuff there. Check it out. It's free and it won't cost you anything. If not, pick up a book. Okay, number 4, loan payments. Okay, if you have a loan on a school loan or things like that, you need to pay them off as soon as possible. ASAP. That means writing a check or taking an extra job to pay those things off as fast as possible. Secondly, if you have an IBR plan or you're in a state or government facility, give or take those rules there, I don't know what they are, but it's the income-based repayment plan. As long as you make 120 payments, they will repay the entire loan in full for you. But again, you have to remain for 10 years, which is 120 payments, at that job or at that facility that is still within that job. So if you're in a teaching field, if you're in the military, or if you're in if you're a post office man or something like that, those type of facilities qualify for the income-based repayment plan. And if you stay in that field for 10 years, you can have your entire loan forgiven. Now, granted, if you move on average 2 to 4 times per 10 years, the jobs change, give or take, you might void that contract. So if you void that contract, you'll be responsible for the full entire loan of that debt. So be aware of that and make sure you know that if you're going to do the IBR plan, that you need to stay within that field until that loan is forgiven. Good luck. Okay, number 5, tuition. If you're going to a college or a school and you want to get a higher education, which I highly advise, that's great, but make sure you do one that you can afford. One that is a 2-year school, possibly, that you can go to, get a skill sets, and then maybe transfer that 2 years to a 4-year school, and then continue your education from there. You can reduce your bills at campus by do fundraising. You can do crowdsourcing. You can do scholarships. There's working on campus to be like an RA and live on campus for free as a resident assistant. It's a great way to bring to reduce your bill so you don't have to pay a monthly rent fee for your dorm. Join a club. I'm telling you, there's lots of different ways to do these things, and you must work through college. Work your way through it. Maybe you can do a part-time job at a company and that they will help pay your tuition as you're working with them, so in hopes that when you graduate you will be getting a full-time job at that company. So those are some tips I can give you guys today to start off to reduce your fixed expenses. And next week we're going to talk about how to choose the right bank to store all that money that you've been making and choose the right way to invest it later on. Good luck, and my name is Aaron. This is Czar Finance, episode 5. Thanks for joining me. Again, where attention flows, money goes. Take care.